Oh, did you think I was actually gone? Please. You can't shake me that easy. No. I'm not like a tree with some leaves that you just shake. And I'm like a leaf in the wind. No, I'm What the Pat. You're the Patikins. And you need What the Pat in your life, right? I mean, I've got me in my life, and it's pretty awesome. I'm not sure how long this episode will be, but I'm back. Because when you put time constraints on things, fuck, it sucks. Fuck that. Right? Such an abrupt ending there. It's just like... Maybe this year I'll be like, hey, Steven, cut me a new intro track, brah. Anyway, I'm here. I think it's been over a month, maybe. It was a good time. Life gets busy, and then I was getting stuck, and I didn't want to be repetitive, so I put the brakes on things. I pumped them. Gave it a little pump. Now I'm here. It's 2020. 5 days into it already, and it's already a ball kicker. That's all I got to say. It's going good. The weather, whatever, it's going to be what it is, and it's going to end up how it ends up. And currently, it's 28 and barely any snow out, but that could change in the matter of minutes. But you're not here for the weather. You probably want to know what I've been doing for the past month. Working my nuts off. I still have them. Didn't work them completely off. Could be going a little deep there with the nuttage. We'll just move on to something else and discuss amongst ourselves, because I was also waiting for the rest of The Mandalorian, Star Wars to get released, because, you know, all in all, they finished the trilogy. I could talk about it, how I feel after seeing it twice, because that's what I did with this last saga, because I've seen all the others. You know, I don't think I've seen Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith other than one time. I probably want to go back and rewatch those. What else have I been doing? Photography, that's been going pretty good. Having fun with that. Fell back on some projects that I hope to get caught back up on. And did some work on our RV, because they design it with the microwave in the living room, the TV in the kitchen. That makes no fucking sense, Winnebago or Itasca. Same company if you were curious. But yeah, same company. That's I don't know. It's like Chevy and GMC. I always thought Chevy was the higher end. No, GMC actually is. What? Why? Why can't you just have... Why is there the Camaro and then there's the GMC something or another? I don't get it. I don't. Did you know that? Yeah, I haven't lost the ability to ramble. I did have an idea for the opening, and I totally flubbed it. I was going to say, you know, I'd cue up some AC/DC Back in Black, of which I can't play one single second of, because then I'll get sued. But I'm not really Back in Black. I'm Back in Red. Because I think red is probably one of my favorite colors. Just love that. Orange, too. Orange. Yellow is pretty snazzy. Oh. Also roasted up the rest of my coffee beans that I had. Funny story on that. You may find it funny. I don't know. I find it funny. I finally nailed the roast I wanted with my last, quarter cup of beans. And I roasted it for not FUR, about 30 minutes, 30, 35. And that turned out the best roast I had done on all the green beans that I had. And not green beans like the freaking vegetable. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about green coffee bean. Look it up. Look it up. So, what I really want to get to is Disney Plus. I've watched roughly 2 things on it. Life Below Zero. Done with that. Looking forward to new seasons if they come. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And The Mandalorian. I never, ever in my wildest dreams thought that we could get this high of a caliber of a Star Wars non-Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie story on the small screen. And Jon Favreau and everybody behind it put together an amazing 8-episode or story, if you will, TV show. Some weren't as strong as others, but you can't always hit it out of the park. And if you always hit it out of the park, then when you really do nail something out of the park and it's not as good, it's just hard. So I think they traveled a well-traveled road and kept it within range, if all of that makes sense. It's a really great show if you love Star Wars, and I know a couple people who don't really watch the Star Wars films and love The Mandalorian. So that in a whole says a lot right there. And of course, I wanted to catch some podcasts of The Mandalorian. This is kind of in part where I took a break too, because creatively I was just falling apart, and I'm looking for that spirit again. But watching The Mandalorian, and then one of the podcasts I picked up was The Mandalorian Watch, which will be in the show notes, is one of the podcasts I like. I can relate to these guys. They do a great podcast. Check them out. Seems like they have a ton of followers. And then what was even cooler about it is they use music. One of the hosts has a band, Jupiter Missile, and they use his band's music for intro, outro. And I was like, man, I really like that. What a great way to promote yourself. I'll go check them out. That band will be in the show notes too. Plus they're on Google Music or YouTube Music. As Google Music's going away. Fuck you. And, what was I going to say? So look at that. You get angry. You lose your path. iTunes, all of that. Wherever you get your music, I'm pretty sure you can find it. I think they mentioned Spotify. Jupiter Missile. And the podcast is The Mandalorian Watch, which I believe they do some other podcasts too. And these guys have watched all of the cartoons, the Star Wars stuff. I believe they've read some books, so they have some pretty good knowledge going there. So if there's stuff you don't understand about an episode, they kind of go over it and explain it and everything. So I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Of course, still listening to Discord Accords. They are back on the air too. Welcome back, bitches. And I technically left. I went off air before they did. They got the idea from me. If you listen to them, they're probably trying to say, hey, Pat followed us. No. It was my own accord. Didn't even talk to Steven and be like, oh. It's just one day I was like, I'm going to take a break. Take a break. Ease in. So anyway, The Mandalorian Watch, great podcast. Discord Accords too. Check them out. Jonathan and Steven. And, it is the new year. Happy New Year. I don't even know if I said that to you. Happy New Year. So, I got 7 of the episodes of Mandalorian in because episode 8 came out a week after Star Wars hit the big screen. I will say that I enjoyed Rogue One and Solo better than the trilogies. The new trilogy that just came out. These trilogies rank the lowest in my Star Wars viewing excitement. Did I enjoy all 3 films? I had fun. It was nice seeing original characters back, even if it was kind of a shit show at times. It was still cool because, again, you'd never think you would get to see them again. How some of them were treated and how it went down, not cool, but it is. And Disney not having a plan when going to make 3 Star Wars films, I'm sorry, George Lucas had a fucking plan, and he laid it all out, and he gave you 3 amazing movies, and then 3 that were decent, fun, enjoyable, a bit heavy CGI'd, but nonetheless, he had a plan. He had a beginning and an end, and that's what he went for. Why, for the love of God, would you go into a franchise and be like, we're just going to go by the butt cheeks here and see what we get? Let's just throw the spaghetti on the wall and see if it sticks. That being said, I would say The Rise of Skywalker was my favorite of the 3. And it was decent. I had fun, and I wasn't upset. Some people get upset about it and stuff, but also, too, this is someone else's vision. And I also heard Mark Hamill say that he has an idea for his character, but what it really boils down to, he's only renting the character. Therefore, he kind of has to... he's got a job to do, so he does it. Which, I wish he could have had more input on what he wanted on the second film, because it was hard seeing. But on the other hand, Rian Johnson took a gamble in a big, big way. If they would have let JJ handle all 3 movies, I think we would have had a better trilogy. If they would have let Rian Johnson handle the 3, I think we could have had a more cohesive trilogy. So, yep, this hopefully is the end of Kathleen Kennedy as far as doing Star Wars stuff and move along, because it's just not working. But I really did. It was enjoyable both times. It wasn't hard to see it a second time, and it was enjoyable too because I knew what was going on, so I got more. That's just how it goes. So yeah, that's my 32 cents. I will also say this was my favorite performance out of Adam Driver in the 3 too. I don't know why, and it's not him. It's more something with Kylo Ren that I can't really put a thing to it. I'm not quite sure. He did an amazing job. He's an amazing actor. They all, with what they've gotten given, I lost for words. But that was my favorite performance. Everything else I've seen him in, I've really enjoyed it. He could be really funny too, but this performance was great. Especially there's this one scene where a lightsaber is passed and he gives kind of a smirk, and I was like, "Ha," because he's been dark the whole time. And his helmet, I finally actually like it with the red lines broken up and everything. On a whole, though, I don't like the design of the helmet. And I think if you're going to try to replicate something from Darth Vader, I don't think it was done very well. And there you have it. Right from the horse's mouth. I'm not even a horse. What else has been going on? Well, The Witcher was released. I did play The Witcher 3 for a bit. I found that when I took a break from the game, I had trouble remembering what controls did what, so it got frustrating because I hate starting over, so I just gave up. I did enjoy the game, though. It's a giant world you can just roam around in, which is pretty cool. That's what I like. And I thought Henry Cavill did an amazing job. His sword fighting was just... it was amazing. On a whole, I think the show had jokes with itself, didn't take it seriously, and turned out a great show. I thought the acting from everybody in it was great. Again, the sword fighting, the fight scenes were great. And people want to compare it to Game of Thrones, which Game of Thrones probably had a whole bunch more money. Not the point. They made this 8-episode show and turned out a great 8 episodes. I can't complain with it all. And they don't even give you a lot of information. So I used Reddit a lot to kind of figure out what the heck. Because there were times I'm like, I don't get it. So no spoilers at all, of course. So it's on Netflix. And yeah, The Witcher. I really enjoyed it. It's fun. Then we started You, because I was like, hey, they got a second season. So maybe the first season actually is really good. Holy shit. It's better than I expected and pretty damn funny. Currently, I'm going to say it's a dark comedy, but maybe it isn't. But it's interesting. I really like Joe. He's the main character, I think, if you will. Also, second season of Magic for Humans is out, and that's a fun show. 20-minute episodes, some magic, comedy. It's fun. If you got a little bit of time to kill. But I'm sure you all got your time killers, don't you? You know you do. You know who you are. Let's flip through my theater tickets here and see what I haven't talked about. Because did I talk about Joker, Midway, Jexy? I think I did. Wow. I'm falling behind here, people. It's hard to keep up. That's what I'm telling you, how busy. Zombieland 2. Did I stop November? Oh. I enjoyed that. I might have talked about it. I can't remember. That's why I'm back. Back in red. Hit the... Yes. So, coffee, talk to coffee, music, movies, everything else fun and everything. So, there you go. just a quick little episode to let you know I'm back. I will try to get something out once a week, but don't hold me to it. It might be what's going on, so I might just change things up when I release an episode. So it's like that knock at the door. You don't know when to expect me. What the Pat could show up at any time and be like, oh, I don't rap. And that wasn't singing. So, why don't I leave you with that? Hit me up. Voicemail's up. I haven't gotten a single call. Hurts my feelings. Don't hurt my feelings. Come on, Patikins. Tell me what your New Year thing is. Oh, before I leave, shit. Speaking of New Year, and this isn't a New Year's resolution. This has been like a 2-3 year ongoing thing I've been wanting to do. So, I don't know if any of you are into wrestling, but I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. Anyway, I enjoyed it watching it with my dad as a kid and grew up watching it, and even actually got to go once and see in San Diego Hulk Hogan. Was he there? He was, but he didn't wrestle, I don't think. Maybe he did. Leapin' Lenny Poffo, remember him? The Road Warriors were there. These dudes are so freaking huge in person. It's crazy. Crazy. And I don't remember who else. But it was cool. I actually made it to a WWF event back before they became WWE. Because, well, I think the other people who have WWF wanted that changed. So, anyway, to the point. Diamond Dallas Page started a yoga program and started pulling broken wrestlers out of the gutter, dusting them off and getting them back in shape and everything. Because some of them had addictions, were down on their luck and stuff like that. And I thought it was cool how he pulled them up out of the fire and got them going again on a health track and getting healthy, because they're kind of like his brothers, or a tribe, if you will. So I've listened to him for a few years talk about it. Roddy Piper had him on his show. Steve Austin had him on his show. They were talking about. Hulk Hogan was talking about it. And Jake the Snake Roberts, who, man, that guy, he went through some shit. But anyway, I finally, and I didn't even know this, I probably would have done it sooner because I was in the Navy. I got a 50% off discount, and I got the whole set, and I am now on week... 13, 14? No. Couldn't be that far. All of December 5. So I'd have to look. Maybe 8 weeks now. And I really enjoy it. I'll have a link in the show notes if you just want to check it out. But it's something I've been wanting to do. I do enjoy yoga, but this is a little different. And it feels more like he said in one of his workouts, he doesn't use fitness models. He uses actual people who actually do the workouts, so you get to see progress and everything. So I thought that was neat. So you're not looking at like, wow, this program really gets you toned and everything. Real people doing the stuff. And I find him pretty interesting. So that'll be in the show notes. So yes, that's one other thing I wanted to touch on. Now, Patikins, you could go about your day. You could just take the headphones off. Of course, you want to wait till the end because you never know what's going to happen, right? So, but I'm out. I'm back in 2020. Maybe Discord Accord and I will do something. I don't know. Check them out too. Notes. We'll have that. Show notes. Link. All that. So, I'm gone. Welcome back. But thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking around. Probably going to look at your podcast app and go, holy shit, is it broken? Or is this episode 52? Yes, episode 52. That's right. Good day. Just in case you were wondering, I am Paticus.